don't quote me on this, because I don't really remember it, because I think I was drinking that night. But, so I had this friend Paul, and of course this friend Avery. Everybody knows Avery. I mean, I guess everybody knows Paul too, but I'm good friends with both of them, and I wanted them to meet, right? So I'm excited that they're gonna meet, and I'm pretty sure we went up to one of their apartments, right? And they were talking, but I was so drunk that it was like, hey, what's up? I'm trying to like get attention, you know? And I'm not sure this has happened, but they told me that at some point, out of nowhere, I just haul off and kick Paul in the balls.
We got to go smoke, and I run across Avery, and I guess it took a minute to, kind of get along with him, but, he's really nice. And other people kept coming in and out, and this one girl, she was just trying to take over the moment, with other people involved. You have the loud, boisterous people. Well, in a moment where I guess me and Avery started talking, Jason decided to, square up, kick me in the balls.
So I found someone else there who looked like they were kind of there by themselves, and I was just like trying to be social, so I started to talk to him, and I was like, yo, what's up, dude, what's your name? And he was like, hey, I'm Paul. And we were having a really good conversation, and because Jason was the only person there that I knew, I asked him, I was like, what do you think about Jason? And he went into this story about how like, yeah, Jason, he's like, he's a troubled dude, but like he's got like a really good heart, and I have like a lot of respect for him, and I consider him like a good friend. And it was like really like positive, introduction for Jason for me. I was like, that's really cool. And we went out to smoke a cigarette, and literally like as soon as we got out there, like Jason just like hit Paul like as hard as he could in the balls. And that was like my first impression, and I looked at Paul's face, and I knew it was just, after he just got finished telling this story about how awesome like Jason was, like that happened. So it just seemed like it didn't like match up at all.
But it couldn't have been that hard, because Paul would kick my ass if I had, if it had hurt him.
Generally throw him over the railing because we're on the second level. But I know Jason, and I restrained and just kind of sat there squinching for probably about an hour.
Me and Paul were out on the balcony, we talked for a few minutes, and he was like swearing to me if it was anybody else except for Jason, he would have like thrown him off the balcony. So yeah, that was like the first time I met Paul. The other thing that's like really interesting about Paul, I think, is when I kind of like sized him up the first time, he seemed like this total like dude bro, and I thought he was gonna be like super like boring and like just into some stuff that I'm not interested in. But I was like really surprised to hear about like how he's into all sorts of like cool shit, like, and I was really surprised to learn like he's an artist and stuff. So it was like a good lesson for me, I guess, when I met him, about like kind of just like judging people like based off they look. And like surprisingly, he's like one of the most interesting dudes like I've met like since I've been here.
Oh, so just my impression of Avery, man, very nerdy. Like, just the way he talks to people is just very reserved. But when you get to know him, obviously it's just way different. You get to understand the aspects of, well, I mean, I'm nerdy too. And I put off the dude bro status because I'm a bigger guy.